The foundations of the league have been shaken to their core. A single, audacious decision in the Nevada desert has rewritten the rules of professional football forever. This isn't a trade, it isn't a signing, it's a declaration of war. The Las Vegas Raiders have just changed the game by signing the most electrifying quarterback prospect in a generation, Shedeur Sanders. Forget everything you thought you knew about team building, salary caps, and rookie contracts. Mark Davis has just thrown every page of the NFL's rulebook into a gasoline-soaked bonfire, and the smoke is visible from orbit. Inside the Raiders' headquarters, witnesses describe an atmosphere of near-mania. Mark Davis, usually the quiet heir to a legendary bloodline, transformed his office into a war room. Negotiations ran non-stop for 72 hours. Phones buzzed with coded conversations. Lawyers worked through the night hammering out language that would make Wall Street executives sweat. When the ink finally dried, the league had been thrust into uncharted territory, a contract so monumental it instantly redrew the balance of power in professional football. And when those first details began leaking out, you could practically hear the jaws dropping in every front office from New York to San Francisco. What Davis executed wasn't business, it was a coup. The numbers being whispered are staggering. We're talking guaranteed money that not only eclipses but annihilates previous benchmarks. It's a structure that eliminates the traditional safety nets, the what-ifs that protect teams from risk. Davis didn't negotiate, he declared. He told the league this was happening, no debate, no compromise, no second-guessing. He signed checks that screamed confidence and arrogance in equal measure. It wasn't a gamble born from desperation, but a meticulously planned strike crafted by a man who saw his franchise slowly slipping into irrelevance. He'd watched the empty seats at Allegiant Stadium, the decline in national coverage, the fading of a once-feared brand, and he decided to ignite the biggest comeback in modern sports. Mark Davis wanted a savior, not another stopgap quarterback. He needed a face, a presence, a generational figure who could bring the silver and black back to the global stage. That face was Shedeur Sanders. The son of Dion Primetime Sanders isn't just a player, he's a phenomenon. He's been raised under the blinding light of expectation, carrying both his father's charisma and his own swagger. His arm talent, his poise, his magnetic personality, they all screamed superstardom. But more than that, Shedeur represents the merging of football and entertainment, of sport and spectacle. Davis saw that, and in one decisive move, turned the Raiders into not just a team, but a show, an event, a brand. And that's exactly what this contract embodies. It isn't just about passing yards and touchdowns, it's about marketing, cultural reach, and digital influence. For the first time in NFL history, bonuses are reportedly tied to social media engagement, jersey sales, and television ratings. The quarterback position has officially entered the influencer era. Shedeur Sanders isn't just expected to win games, he's expected to dominate the cultural conversation. The Raiders are no longer competing solely for Super Bowls, they're competing for eyeballs, followers, and headlines. This deal confirms what we all suspected: the NFL isn't just a sport anymore, it's an entertainment empire, and its stars are the modern gladiators of global media. Predictably, this has split the football world in half. Raiders fans are euphoric. For a fan base that's suffered through decades of mediocrity, this is salvation. They see Shedeur as the second coming of greatness, a messiah with a golden arm and a legendary lineage. On the other hand, the old-school analysts are horrified. They're calling it reckless, irresponsible, even insane. They argue no rookie should ever be handed this level of power and money. They warn it will destroy locker room chemistry, warp expectations, and destabilize the league's salary structure. But those critics are missing the point. This isn't just a football move, it's a cultural realignment. In Las Vegas, a city built on spectacle, risk, and reinvention, this move feels almost poetic. The Raiders have always thrived on chaos, on being the outlaws of the NFL. Now, they've embraced that identity fully. Mark Davis has sent a message not just to his fans, but to the entire sports world: the Raiders are done playing it safe. They're done being a historical relic. They're ready to dominate again, on and off the field. But make no mistake, this decision has ignited fury among other owners. Behind closed doors, executives are seething. They accuse Davis of detonating the market, of forcing every other team into uncomfortable conversations with their agents. Some are even reportedly pressuring the league office to investigate the structure of the deal. But Davis expected this. He's not trying to win friends, he's trying to win championships and control the narrative while doing it. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, the fallout is devastating. The Browns had Shedeur Sanders in their grasp, only to watch him slip away through sheer dysfunction. Reports claim head coach Kevin Stefanski learned of the trade from breaking news alerts, not from his own front office. The embarrassment is total. Ownership is furious. The franchise, already teetering on instability, has been plunged into chaos. And as the Browns unravel, the Raiders ascend, a poetic reversal of fortune that cements this moment as a turning point in NFL history. But beneath the spectacle lies something even deeper. Mark Davis has redefined what ownership looks like in the modern era. He's not just buying players, he's buying narratives. He's building a media empire within the league. The Raiders are now a hybrid of football franchise and entertainment studio, with Shedeur Sanders as the franchise quarterback and leading man rolled into one. The marketing projections alone are staggering, ticket sales through the roof, merchandise on backorder, national TV appearances multiplying, sponsorship deals flooding in. The Raiders, once mocked for irrelevance, are now the center of every conversation. Of course, all of this raises the question, can Shedeur live up to it? The pressure is astronomical. Every practice rep will be dissected. Every throw, every interview, every social media post will be analyzed and debated. Defensive coordinators are already plotting ways to humble the rookie phenom. Critics are sharpening their knives, waiting for the first sign of struggle. Yet those who know Shedeur insist he thrives on doubt. That every slight, every whisper of skepticism only fuels his drive. They say he's not intimidated by the weight, he's motivated by it. Still, the risks are undeniable. By tearing up the traditional development process, the Raiders have effectively tied their fate to one young man. If he succeeds, he becomes a legend. If he fails, the organization could face a decade of fallout. But perhaps that's what makes this story so compelling. It's not safe. It's not corporate. It's raw, it's bold, it's everything the Raiders have always claimed to be. For better or worse, the team that once prided itself on rebellion has just doubled down on that identity with the biggest bet in franchise history. And so, as the desert sun rises over Allegiant Stadium, a new era begins. The world is watching. The league is trembling. And Mark Davis is smiling, knowing he's forced every executive, every owner, every player, and every fan to ask themselves one question: are they witnessing madness or genius? What do you think? Has Mark Davis just revolutionized the NFL with a visionary masterstroke, or has he doomed the Raiders to financial chaos? Can Shedeur Sanders carry the burden of superstardom before he's even played a snap? Drop your unfiltered thoughts below, because this story is just heating up. And if you love deep dives into the most explosive mom,